Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine, and I'm here with another Tuesday tip video tutorial for you. For my project today, we are making this card right here. And I wanted to show this off because this is the card I am going to be demonstrating this Saturday, October 27th, at the Stamp Out Breast Cancer event in Dracut, Massachusetts. So if you're watching this and you're local, I hope to see you there. But I wanted to show this off for another reason. The stamp set we used on this card, and actually for all 5 cards that are part of the fundraiser, come from the Another Wonderful Year stamp set. There is a special one-day sale going on today for Stampin' Up's 30th birthday, and this stamp set is on sale. So as you see, it's an awesome stamp set to invest in because it has phrases for all sorts of different events and festivities throughout the year. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Actually, let me show you before I stamp the card all the other cards that are part of the event. So we have a Merry and Bright, Thinking of You, Celebrate Another Wonderful Year, and this Congratulations card. So all 5 cards use the silver or gold foil edged cards and envelopes, and then they're also using the designer series paper, which is the Broadway bound designer series paper from the annual catalog. So there's a sneak peek of all the projects. It's $20 in advance online to attend, and I'll put the link below, or you can pay $25 at the door. So let's bring over the stamp. I have my lovely lipstick ink pad. We're also going to have snacks, raffles for additional purchase, lots of different stamping inspiration throughout the room. So it's probably one of my most favorite days of the year. We'll just ink that up pretty well, and I punched out the Whisper White with the Pretty Label punch. We're just going to go ahead and stamp that right in the middle. Right after I stamp it, kind of as soon as it's still maybe a little bit wet, I'm going to take a clear Wink of Stellar glitter brush, and I'm just going to color in that Appreciate. So you'll see some of the lipstick ink will move a little tiny bit, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm kind of looking for a little bit of a watercolored look here. Then it will have a little bit of shimmer and shine to it. It's a little bit hard to see on a video, but trust me, it's there. And I'm going a little messy and quick. So there we go. We're just going to put that aside. Let me grab my layers. So if you haven't checked these out, these are the silver foil edged cards. Then they come with a coordinating envelope too. So they do come in silver and gold, and they're in the 2018 holiday catalog. I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This measures 4 5/8 by 3 3/8, and I just embossed this with the polka dot embossing folder. And then I have a piece of designer series paper, and this is 1 1/2 by 4 1/2 inches. So we're just going to add this to the polka dot with a little bit of snail adhesive. So I'm just going to leave a thin border all around. And after I get my designer series paper on there, I want to put my ribbon around. So I have a piece of white, Whisper White Classic Weave ribbon. This measures 16 1/2 inches long. So I'm going to wrap it around the entire card. And I just want to make sure it's flat in the back, and I want my knot over here. So I might pull the tail a little bit longer on this side. but this is probably too much ribbon. But what ended up happening is my partner in crime, that we kind of split the cost of the materials, and then she did half the prep work and I'm doing the other half the prep work. For the fundraiser, we're making 100 cards. So I've been stuffing these cards all of last night. I stuffed 80, so I've got 20 more to do. So I'm just going to wrap that around and give a flat knot. If I want it over a little bit, I can actually kind of hold the whole entire thing and move it over a little bit. So I think that's pretty good. I just want to be like kind of at the seam where my designer series paper comes to my cardstock. I have another pretty label punch. This is in the Lovely Lipstick. I'm just going to cut it down the middle. I'm hoping in one of the new catalogs they'll come out. If they keep this punch current, they'll have a larger one. I love this punch. I'm just going to add a little bit of snail to the back here. My pieces just went flying. Okay. Then we're just going to kind of make a little bit of a layer. It's not going to be perfect because it's the same punch and we're just offsetting it a little bit. But that's not bad. Then once I have kind of my ribbon down, I can actually glue this right to the base. So we'll see if this is working. I might need to give this a little bit of a poke. So I'm just going to take a push pin and insert it and give it a little bit of a poke. Just be careful when you do that too, because sometimes the glue then comes like screaming out. So a little too much. Okay, so this is the bottom. So these bases are so adorable because you can just see a few layers and it just makes such a pretty card. You don't need a ton of paper, and the silver is just so gorgeous. Okay. For my little sentiment, I'm going to pop him up on dimensionals. So just bring over a sheet of dimensionals. I think 4 should do it. I'm just going to remove the backs. Then we'll just put this up over here. I can fix my ribbon tails, make them look pretty. Then to finish off the card, we added 2 little of the metallic pearls in silver right up here in the corner. So I have a bunch over here. I'm just going to pick them up with the tip of my scissors. And that does it. So that's our card, and then we have the coordinating envelope. Oh, actually I forgot one step. In this card, it has the silver sequin trim through the middle, so I can actually try to see if I can untie this knot and see if I can get that through the middle. So deconstructing my card. So what I did is when I tied it, I didn't tie it, I just kind of put it through, kept it flat. I put the silver trim through. It's a 5-inch piece. You can cut it down to size. And then I'm going to see if I can get this knot back tied again. Well, not the greatest, but the trick is to try to keep your ribbon flat. Then I bring my edges up and then tie. I wish I caught that before I cut the ribbon off, but pretty much something like that. And then the sequin trim goes through, then I can cut it down to size. But that is my project for today. If you're local, I hope to see you Saturday. If you are not local, you can still donate online. We are sending a PDF tutorial of the 5 projects with a donation before the event. So I'll put the link in the video and on my blog as well. If you leave me a comment by Monday, October 29th at midnight Eastern, you can have a chance to win this card in the mail from me for tuning in and watching today. So thanks so much. I'll be back again next week with another project to share.